Hello and welcome to this video about Pandas for data handling. We're excited to have you here, and in this video we're going to talk about data preparations with Pandas. In this video you will learn about how to handle duplicates in a Pandas data frame. And there are many types of duplicates, and duplicates may affect your analysis and algorithms negatively in terms of real accuracy and bias, which is errors. It is therefore necessary to check for duplicates and to handle discovered duplicates properly. In this video you will learn how to find duplicates in a Pandas data frame and some ways to handle found duplicates using Pandas functions. Alright, now we'll teach you how to find and drop duplicates of rows. But the first thing we will do is to teach you what a duplicate is. And a duplicate of a row is simply that there are several instances of the same data observations or the same data items of that row. For example, it could be a database with traffic tickets and that the same person has been found several times and therefore occur several times in the database. And this could lead to a skewed and erroneous analysis if we didn't take account of the same person instance occurring several times in the database. So the problem with duplicates is that they may skew an analysis and create errors and biases in the results, depending on how the analysis and data items are defined. And it is therefore very important that we find and remove duplicates when we are going to do an analysis which requires an equal weight of observations of the data frame, or an analysis that requires the equal weight of each data item. So duplicates of rows may enter the records or values of datasets regardless of whether the data is created by detailed measurement systems or stems from manual handling of measurement systems, or we should say data systems. Because one of the greatest sources of duplicates is when you try to join several different data frames from several different data sources together into one single data frame for analysis. We have two main categories of duplicates. The first is a key-based duplicate or an identity duplicate. The second is a data duplicate. And the first type of duplicate could, in our traffic ticket database example, be a person who received several tickets with the same name or the same social security number or personal identity number or similar. One individual or item occurring many times creates duplicates, and if you make an analysis about individuals or data items, then you have duplicates. Now, if you make an analysis about ticket events, you have no duplicates, but reoccurrences of a customer or so-called repeat business. And not a duplicate in this case may suddenly become the main interest in the database, the repeat felon or traffic villain. Events can, however, also be duplicated. Duplicate handling is important when making models which are conditioned on population distributions. And duplicate handling is also important, for example, if you ask the database how many persons has been fined in a particular time period. And if you don't take the occurrences of multiple fines into account, perhaps annulled fines and other issues, then you could get a possibly very erroneous estimate of the number of persons fined. When we talk about identity or key duplicates, there are many instances of such items. One is the database key entry, which may not be related to the person or event at all. Another are identifiers for persons, their abstract identities, names, and other identifiers, which often may require subject matter knowledge or expertise. We also have data duplicates, and data duplicates is when a row has exactly or near exactly the same data and this is a very frequent occurrence in detailed measurement systems. And in some analysis, the data duplicates should be removed, and in some not. And whether they should be or should not be depends on the application and the subject matter expertise. And the models, of course, which you are using to analyze the data. Therefore, we will concentrate on key-based identity duplicates in this video course, as we don't want to be dependent on a particular subject matter expertise or make conclusions possibly valid for only a single question, dataset, or issue or case. Therefore, we create our own duplicates in this video. Alright, now we'll type some code to start up your code editors. Alright, having started our Jupyter Labs notebooks, we will use our standard car sales data frame and we will augment it with a few duplicates. So here on our screen we have some code typed, and as usual we will begin by importing Pandas as PD. We will create a car data dictionary, which we will turn into a car sales data frame. We will rename the index, and we will have index labels. And we will insert sale place names, and we will allow duplicates of sales place names. And we will create two new sales places, new sales place 2 and 3, which are duplicates, and we will add them to our data frame using the pandas concat instruction. So let's run this code. And here we can see that we have added sales place 7 and 8. And here from the beginning we have a duplicate key on South America 1, which we can see here, and we have a duplicate key on Asia 1. And Asia 1, or index label 8, is also a data duplicate of index label 4. So here we have two different duplicates. We have one complete duplicate and we have one key-based duplicate. And now we will use pandas duplicated function. So we type pandas duplicated function, then find key-based duplicates in a data frame by limiting the duplicates to the key column. Keep equals first or last. May determine which duplicates to keep in the data frame. To keep or mark in the data frame or an attached data frame. We type print car sales duplicated subset equals sales place name. And when we run this code, we will obtain a Boolean matrix showing us the duplicates based on this key column, sales place name. So let's run this code. And here we can see that we have no duplicates from sales place 1 to 6, but that 7 and 8 are duplicates in terms of the key. And now we will type print car sales duplicated subset equals sales place name. And we will keep the last duplicate and reject the first instance of a duplicate pair or many more duplicates. So let's run this code. And here we can see that the duplicates were found to be index label 6 and 4, which are the first occurrences of the two duplicate pairs. So by defining keep as last, we decided to keep the two last items of the duplicate pairs. And we can cut and paste this code and change last to first. So let's run this code. And here we can see that keep first is the default for this function. So here we are back to our original Boolean matrix of duplicate findings. And we can type that we can add keep equals false to mark all duplicates as true. We can cut and paste and we change keep to false. So let's run this code. And here we can see that all duplicate pairs are now marked as true. And this is very useful because now you can select every duplicate row and, for example, remove them into another data frame for treatment and keep all non-duplicates in your data frame. So this is a very useful function. And we also have exact duplicates. And to find exact duplicates in a data frame, you may use the full duplicated function to calculate duplicates on both keys and data. We can type print car sales duplicated. So let's run this code. And here we can see that index label 8 is our only true key and data duplicate. And this is Asia 1, which is a true duplicate of Asia 1, index label 4 and 8. And duplicated as is standard only marks the last instance of the duplicate pair. So here we can add keep equals false to mark both, or keep equals last to mark index label 4. And Pandas also has a drop duplicates function, which is used to drop, for example, key-based duplicates in a data frame. We can type car sales, duplicates removed equals car sales, drop duplicates subset equals sales place name, like this. And we can print car sales duplicates removed. So here we will drop the last of the duplicate pairs found on based on the sales place name key column. So let's run this code. And here we can see that only our original data frame now remains in this new data frame. And we can print car sales to show the difference. Here we can see that in car sales, our 8 sales places remain. And we can add subset columns to show how to use these functions in a multi-index environment. We can type car sales duplicates remove 2 equals car sales drop duplicates subset equals sales place name, and we can select Mercedes as a hypothetic secondary index. And we can set the keep to last. And we print our car sales duplicates removed too. So let's run this code. And here we can see that we have dropped South America 1 and 4 because we used the Mercedes as the secondary column. And if we, for example, change the Mercedes column to the Ford column and rerun this code, South America 1 and index label 6 remains because they have different values on Ford, whereas they had equals values on Mercedes. So this is how you use these duplicate functions in a multi-index environment. For example, if you have keys in many columns or want to check about subsets of key and data or data and data column pairs. And as you can understand, this is very powerful functions which are very, very useful. So now we have learned how to find and drop duplicates using Pandas functions. And Pandas functions are very useful and powerful and in particular time-saving as compared to many competing products. In the next video, you will learn how to handle missing data or missing values, plus learn how to use advanced imputation functions. And we look forward to see you in the next video.